How do I avoid my puppy chewing their bed in their crate when I'm not home to supervise it? Well, is anybody else at home? Because if the puppy is alone, then the answer is you can't. It's impossible to supervise when you're not there, or it's impossible for the puppy to be supervised when no one's home. But if the question is, how can I prevent my puppy from chewing their bed in their crate, I'll give you a few ideas that I do. Number one, what I find that puppies don't chew their beds right away. So some may. I have had one that did. I've only ever had one puppy that's ever attempted continuously to chew their bed. And that puppy went without a bed until they were about 5 months old. Most of my puppies don't. And I think it's because of this protocol that I use. And here's what I do. I keep a foam pad, a pad that doesn't have foam in it. It's a stitch, a blanket that's in the crate. So it gives them a little cushioning for the first few weeks, because it's more likely that they're not going to chew then. It's more likely that, when the puppies are wee, that they are going to be in the crate and tired and sleeping. Right? Now, in the X pen, I do have a nice big pushy, I've got a collection of dog beds, let's face it, I might have a bit of an issue. So I have a nice big cushy bed in the X pen, but they're only in that X pen when I'm somewhere in the room supervising. And if at any time I see the puppy put their mouth on the bed, that's like putting your mouth on me when we're tugging, and then that bed comes out of the X pen, and the bed goes for a little timeout. The puppy doesn't get a timeout, the bed gets a timeout. So the bed just goes away. I don't say anything to the puppy. I just take it out of there, and then there's other things you can play with in that X pen. There's always some sort of chewy thing that's age appropriate. There's some sort of toy that they can't ingest anything on. So there's things in there for the puppy, and of course I'm supervising what they're doing there. And after, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'll put the bed back in. If it happens again, then I'll keep it out for several hours. Now, playing this routine for the first few weeks of my puppy's life, they kind of learn that it's just like putting your hands on me when we're tugging. Don't chew the bed. Now, I have no idea if it's just pure luck that most of my puppies have never chewed a bed in their crate, or is it this routine? So if I see a puppy in their crate that is chewing a bed, I will take it out and I will try a towel. Towels are less likely to be chewed. If the towel gets worked over, I take that out as well, because that's a danger element. I don't want the puppy ingesting anything, all right? So you can teach them it's inappropriate behavior to put their mouth on their beds by keeping it in an X pen and not necessarily in the crate until they're ready. And so I will then try it, maybe at 5 months. We'll try them with a thin bed in there. And if they start chewing it up again, then we take it out and we'll just keep trying. Now, the other option is there are a lot of so-called indestructible beds on the market that you could buy. That might be another option. And then you don't have to dog train anything, right? It's simple then. Ideally, the puppy is going to grow out of this phase. Fingers crossed, it's not a guarantee, but that's also a very valid option for you.